The National Football League, presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down, 10 Lobo.
56. Man, I got you.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Block now on first down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Nowhere.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 47-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
They try right side here, Gurley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 48-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
Check 55 to Mike. Exit.
On second and 12, Locke. Going deep here for Landry. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. I got him. 5.
Block now on first down, and that is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Now Locke throwing on second down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jarvis Landry. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set 50, plant. Come on. Ready.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Look at me. Zipper. Now.
2nd and 2. And now he'll tuck it and run. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robbie Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Locke, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yep. Bravo.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
You better be afraid of me. Get.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Locke. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Down, 30 base.
56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
Keep gripping, keep gripping.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gators.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Alvin Kamara with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Steelers 14, Texans 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Room here to run. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley. Touchdown number 22 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 64 yards.
And the Steelers first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running on first down, Eckler. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check, 55, Mike.
On first down, Locke. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Locke gonna throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
'54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, high 7. 5.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Texans 14. Zerline set for kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2 start. Hey, echo. Snap.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw it is Locke. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Mike.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Christian McCaffrey. Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On the ready.
Watch it, I got it.
Fire.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Got it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, exit.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All day, play. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Yo, go.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
55.
Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
54 Mike. Watch the screen.
And now.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 2nd and goal, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And it's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here.
Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this week?
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Ready? 70. Indy. 56.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Months 56. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Second and 6. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jason Kroom with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys have now moved out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Texans 28.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Texans take over first down. At their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
We go.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Don't get nervous. 5.
Now Locke throwing on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On third and long, it's Locke. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Locke. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 58, right over there.
Hey, Charlie.
58, right there.
We own it. Ready?
Throwing on first down is Locke. Going deep here for Stills. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
You mine. Hey, check right. Watching you go.
Again, it's Locke. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. Steps away to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. O'Shane Ximines has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
Ready.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
First down, Steelers.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Haywood.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Reynolds, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run the option. Now the hit and falls, loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Block will try again on 2nd down. Going deep here for Stills. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Ready. 8, read. Watch the slip.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the catch made by Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Complete to Deontay Johnson. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 22-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Eckler. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
And the Texans first down.
Ready? 50, plant. 5.
Hey, D-line.
Get it.
From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to float this over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
That's another Texans first down.
Ready?
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Josh Reynolds with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Locke going to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. 20! And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Cameron Batson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Delta.
Now Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. Interception all day, baby. Let's get this.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Haywood.
58, right over there. Right over
Five.
there.
On first and 10, here's Locke. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second and 10, Locke. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On third down, Locke. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Locke looks to throw it again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. T.J. Hockenson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 50.
Now Locke again. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.